Thank you for coming, sir.
Sir.
Pleasure to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a pleasure to be able to speak to you here in London today. And I am grateful to the organizer of this great event, the largest mining gathering in Europe, for inviting me. In just 6 weeks or so until we host similar event in Saudi Arabia, the Future Minerals Forum, which is preceded by our Ministerial Roundtable, and I hope to see many of you there. But I will say more about these events later. This morning I want to start by taking the theme of the resourcing tomorrow and drawing a parallel between our need to deliver critical mineral now and how my country was able to deliver what the world needed 100 years ago. Because the history of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you could say that the possibility of resourcing tomorrow actually started many years ago. On the 3rd of March, 1938, to be precise, with the discovery of the largest source of crude oil in the world. The achievement at oil number 7, Dammam, that day, enabled Saudi Arabia to take a huge step toward resourcing the future, not just for the kingdom, but for the whole world. Those exports enabled us to fund the basic infrastructure that we needed, not just the essential wells and refineries, but also ports, roads, airports, schools, hospitals required in a modern nation. Afterwards, we successfully developed integrated oil and gas value chains, creating societal benefits, transforming our economy, and laying the foundation for what would become one of the fastest developing countries in the world. Those foundations then enabled us to diversify in the mid-1970s with the formation of SABIC. A combination of petrochemical and this new company formed the backbone of Saudi Arabia's industrialization. Industrial products now make up more than 90% of Saudi exports. And today we provide over 90 countries with the petrochemical, polymers, metal goods, construction materials, and electrical appliances. All of this, I believe, demonstrate how since 1938 we have worked to resource tomorrow, both domestically and internationally. More recently, you will know of our roadmap, the Saudi Vision 2030, which aim to harness our great potential, our location, our investment power to achieve our ambitions. That roadmap identified mining as the third pillar of the national industry and set the goal of establishing Saudi Arabia as a mineral powerhouse, a global mining and mineral processing hub with sustainability at the heart. As a result, we launched a number of strategic initiatives to develop the sector. Firstly, we embarked on one of the most comprehensive surveys ever undertaken of the Arabian Shield. This has included airborne geophysics, an extensive geochemical sampling, a 1 to 50,000 detailed mapping at a cost of more than $1 billion US. 30% of the survey has been completed by now. Moreover, we have made available to investors and mining companies and in a transparent way both previous and new geological data through a digitally advanced platform, the National Geoscience Database. Our mining ecosystem, we have reinvented our legal and regulatory framework so that it is now just one of the most competitive, providing security of tenure, but also one of the quickest jurisdictions in the world to issue mining licenses. There are numerous incentives in place to encourage early-stage exploration advanced exploration, development, mine construction, and downstream manufacturing. From exploration grants, co-funding of capexes, to a royalty holiday for the first 5 years of operation. Then, in order to create a responsible, sustainable mining sector, fit and progressive for the 21st century, and learning from the best practices around the world, we have embedded ASG throughout this ecosystem. Lastly, and in collaboration with countries of the emerging mineral super-region, spanning from Africa to West and Central Asia, and with the help of global expertise, we are identifying potential future value chains for green minerals. These will leverage our many local mining and processing advantages and will be supported by modern technologies. I am pleased to say that our mining strategy is now around 85% complete or mid-execution. The potential it is enabling is exciting and it is tangible, because in the kingdom alone lies more than 1.3 trillion of minerals and metal that include vast quantities of aluminum, phosphate, gold, uranium, but also the copper, transition minerals, and rare earth minerals that power cleaner energy technologies such as electric vehicle and wind turbines. Besides these resources, there are other major advantages that we can offer too: abundant, low-cost energy, truly world-class infrastructure, and financial support for infrastructure developments and manpower development. Those advantages are why I am here today. Because in a world whose future depends on the energy transition, these are more important than ever. These minerals are more important than ever. Without them, in a vast quantity, the transition simply cannot happen. The demand for minerals and processing facilities is increasing rapidly. And so too is the need to diversify and sustain sources of supply. International collaboration at all levels is vital. Governments, companies, and communities will need to work together to rethink at a global scale how to enable extraction and use mineral, providing resilient and sustainable mineral supply chains. Since refining output is critical to achieve resilient supply, we are building processing and manufacturing capacity in the kingdom, a task that's enabled by our national mineral and national industrial strategies. These strategies are making us true enabler and participator in the global supply chain by building a resilient, competitive, and sustainable industrial economy that is led by private investment. And we have recently taken the next step in our journey. Manara Minerals, a venture between Ma'aden and the Public Investment Fund, will invest in a world-class mining assets globally, helping to achieve a resilient global supply chains and so accelerating the energy transition. This partnership recently signed its first agreement with Vale that should lead to a significant increase in copper and nickel production. Beyond that, though, it will also create jobs, economic growth, opportunities for small businesses, and benefits for the local communities in mining host countries. To conclude then, I believe there are many common themes between the opportunities Saudi Arabia had back in 1938 and the one that we see today: vast natural resources, but a need for a capacity, expertise, and above all, partnership and collaboration. Recognition of these things led us in 2022 to convene a ministerial roundtable in Riyadh on how to meet those needs from the super region of 80 countries in Africa, West and Central Asia. The Roundtable, now in its third year, is a government-led platform that brings together some of the super region most eminent government representatives to further regional collaboration on the sustainable development of the minerals and mining industry. In conjunction, we also established the Future Mineral Forum as a platform for shaping and influencing the global discussion on minerals. At the forum, we bring the super region together with the rest of the world behind a set of actionable initiatives to increase the value of our collective mineral wealth. We are about to stage the third edition of the Future Mineral Forum in January next year. I warmly invite you to join us there to be part of that conversation and help us create a resilient and responsible mineral value chain across the region. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you in January in Riyadh, the capital leading the era of change for a foresighted tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you.